Hi, it's Eldeen from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back. Day number 20 of 20. So this is the last one of these. So 20 questions regarding depression, anxiety and phobias. So what do we have today? I'm scared to go into social situations because of what people might think of me. What can I do? So what can I do? So, right, the first thing is, you've got to understand this. What people think of you and what you're doing is none of your business. It's their business. Yeah, so what people think about you and what you're doing is none of your business. It's their business. Yeah, stop being nosy. Leave them to think what they're going to think. It's not really of your concern, and it's none of your business. Yeah, so don't. So that's having said that, it's easy for me to just say that because that's a conscious-minded response. But what do you do when you're feeling, as I said, these involuntary feelings come on in these situations? Right, the first thing you can do is so unconscious or alpha state or theta state techniques. So you can do things like timeline therapy to release negative emotions. So timeline techniques. You can do hypnosis, which is going to deal with sort of techniques as well. You can do NLP, and especially what I would probably use, depending on the intensity of whatever is going on, is NUCO games. So the NLP NUCO games, which essentially will be, so you would, if you're in a social situation, you'll have a picture. I'll just tell you to come up with a picture. Okay, so how do you know it's time to be anxious in these situations? How do you know when it's time to do that? When does the feeling start? When does it start? And then I want you to rewind the picture behind, so it's a bit further back. Yeah, right to the start, just before it happens. And therefore, what we'll do then is play a NUCO game, which children can play. It's very easy to learn, takes about half an hour per game. You can really have a really positive impact very quickly within one session. Usually that's what it takes. But obviously playing the game more and more and more, you're going to be in more of a better state or a high performance state more regularly. But essentially what this does is puts you in a high performance state. I'll grab a high performance state, and it overcomes this social awkwardness or anxious state. It overrides it. So when you think of the picture or think of the thing that's bothering you, it's not going to happen anymore. And the added thing about these games, which I love, this is the best bit, is that you can have multiple new behaviors that come up at the choice of your unconscious mind. Because your unconscious mind knows what to do. So why don't you give it responsibility to do it? Now there's a specific format which you use, so it's not just about the games, it's how you use it and how you anchor things, so you have to learn how to do it. But this is probably what I would use in those circumstances, unless there's the intensity is really high. If it's like a 10 out of 10, then I'll treat it as a phobia and do a fast phobia model. Which will then essentially, whatever picture you have if you've got a video playing in your head, you just rewind the picture very, very quickly. Yeah, so whatever's bothering you, you just rewind the image and then white it out at the screen. So make it really bright like the sun, and then start again from the end. So the end of whatever's bothered you, rewind it quickly to the beginning, white out the screen, and keep doing that at least 5 times. So really, really quickly, okay, get to the end, rewind quickly, get to the end, rewind quickly, get to the end, rewind quickly, white out, and just keep doing that, and then the thing shouldn't really worry you anymore. Yeah, so it's a very easy technique that you can use for things that are bothering you, especially that situation. But my thing is not just about getting rid of the negative emotion, it's about giving you a really good feeling instead. Yeah, and that's the difference between What I would do, and what you do essentially in therapy, where they're trying to get rid of something, you have to replace the thing that you get rid of with something else, because there's a void and something's going to fill it. And if you're not practicing or not doing things that are really, really making you feel good, then guess what's going to come back? You have the negative stuff come back. Yeah. And you don't really want that. You want the positive stuff coming up. So that is why I always say, once you get rid of the negative, then you put the positive in to replace it. It's always replacement. Yeah, you replace it. So that is how I would deal with that. Hopefully those questions have helped people. I've got lots of responses actually, and saying these videos are really, really helping some of you out there, so I'm really pleased for that. Now what I'm going to do is have a slight break from anxiety and depression, and I'm going to sort of talk about what has come up to the new year. So because I'm just writing a weight loss course, advanced weight loss course, strategic weight loss course, where I always talk about mindset in that, but it's all, remember, what I do is mind body stuff, and I know a lot of people who are depressed have issues around weight as well, and that's one of the reasons why they're depressed. So I'm going to talk about a lot of that, and I'll talk about especially how you do goal set in the new year. I'm going to speak a load of things about that, so look out for the videos that are upcoming on that. I hope you enjoyed all of this series, and any more questions, by the way, just keep giving me questions, because then I will answer them. I'll put them up and I'll answer them in some videos. I'll collect them. So you want a specific issue resolved, then just ask me, and then I will put it on a video somewhere. So so keep the questions coming in, and I will resolve them for you. See you later. See you on the next videos. Bye.